Hello. Welcome to Reclaim Your Runner Story Workshop. I'm so excited to have you here, whether you are here live or whether you are watching the recording. Hello. So, this is a workshop. This is not a webinar. This is not a sit back, relax, listen to me talk for an hour. I want you to do some work. We've got some exercises, and I fully encourage you to minimize the distractions, put yourself in a quiet room where no one's going to interrupt you, get rid of your phone, shut down any windows, and give this hour to you. The more you put into this, the more you're going to get out of it. This is a judgment-free space. Everything that we work on today in this hour is to help get you on a different path. We're not going to be judging the path that you were on, the path that you were currently in. We're going to be moving through this. So I need you to be kind to yourself as we go through these exercises. Mindset work. Oh, it's a tough one. It is tough to run when you've got that negative voice in your head telling you that you are too slow, you're not good enough, that other people are better than you. Unfortunately, it's normal. And what isn't normal is that we don't talk about it as much in the running world. Yes, we talk about the runs and the food and the races and the shoes and the gear, but there's very little being talked about what happens up here. And in mindset work, we do the work and we continue to do the work. It's not a one and done. But what this workshop will help you with is seeing some of those conscious and subconscious loops, patterns, so then we can quiet them down, acknowledge that they're there, but know that they are not real. They're just thoughts stuck on a loop, stuck in a pattern. If you are new around here, hello, my name is Gillian or Coach G. When I started running a decade or so ago, I pegged pretty much my self-worth on how fast I was, the amount of times that I could achieve a personal best, whether that be in a race or just running. And when I fell short of my expectations every single time, I felt shit. I didn't listen to my body. I got injured a lot. I pushed. And when I didn't achieve the goals that I'd set out to achieve, I pushed harder and ran faster and just kept going and kept going. And it was a cycle that kept leading to injury, burnout, frustration, and insanity. Before we get started, I'm really curious, what made you say yes to attending this workshop today? Put in the chat. Number one, if you are ready to take your running to the next level. Number two, if you want to try something new, and so you are just ready to do something new. And number three, you're just curious. For curiosity, you joined today. Pop it in the chat. 1, 2, or 3. So 1, you're ready to take running to your next level. 2, you want to try something new. And 3, you're just curious. 1s, 2s, 3s, the whole the whole amount. Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay. Well, love it. You are not your thoughts. Let's change your runner story. We all have a story playing in our heads about what kind of runner we are. Often that story isn't true, it's outdated, and it's harming our joy of running. These stories that we tell ourselves, they could be from last year. It could be from childhood. It could be from our parents. Who knows where some of these stories develop from? But a lot of the time, yeah, we haven't spent the time updating our story, and we just go with what path has been easy. So, for example, sorry, the sun is wild right now. It's going bright and then dull. Um, sorry, I'm distracted there. So some examples could be: I'm not fast enough. I always fall off the plan. I don't look like a runner. Oof. I'm I'm not a proper runner. I'm not a real runner because I walk. I couldn't possibly be someone who runs a half marathon, even though it's my secret dream. Or if you're not a runner yet, maybe your story is, I can't be a runner. I'm too old. I'm too unfit. I'm too overweight. It'll be hard to start now. I should have started in my 20s. Maybe one or two of those are yours, or maybe as I was saying this, something came to the surface. These thoughts, the stories, they're shaping your consistency, your motivation, your belief, but they're not true. So let's explore what your runner story is. You're going to be doing a journaling exercise. So get out a pen and paper, ideally, if it's a journal that you love that fills you with joy. Or if you've printed off your workbook, it is on page 2. Now, zero guilt, zero shame, zero judgment. I want you to write honestly from the heart and from your head. There's no pressure to fix anything or change anything. I want you just to observe what comes out on the paper. Now, I'm saying paper, writing it down, rather than thinking it through or even typing it out on your notes app on your phone. Because the practice of writing, it helps to slow your brain down because you can't write as fast as you think. So it's a really good exercise just to slow things down, allow things to bubble to the surface as you're doing the act of writing. I'll put these prompts in the chat, but you can also write them down if that helps. They are in the workbook as well. And I'm going to give you 6 minutes to work with these. So take your time. If you prefer one of the questions over the other, then go for it. Or maybe be curious. If you don't like the look of a particular prompt or one that just doesn't inspire you, then maybe that's an opportunity to actually explore that one. Everything that happens for a reason. So let me put these prompts in the chat. So the first one is, what story have I been telling myself about the kind of runner I am? Where did that story come from? And whose voice is it really? What moments made me doubt I belong? And what's this outdated story costing me? So 6 minutes. I'll come back to you then. If you find yourself struggling what to write, remember, judgment free. And I'm not going to be looking at your answers. I'm not even going to ask you what you've written. So it's just you and your pen and your journal. Don't overthink it. If you find yourself struggling what to write, just write whatever, even if it is, I'm not sure what to write. I'm just writing because Gillian has given me 6 minutes to write. I'm going to write about how I feel as a runner, the things that I say to myself, and just go with it. Okay, 6 minutes starting from now. I'll put myself on mute. Don't overthink it, remember. Not trying to fix anything. You're just observing. Some of it may be meaner than you thought. And things may surprise you. And lots of faces. You're not finished yet, don't worry, just keep taking your time. For those that have finished, I encourage you to read what you've written and see if there's a greater depth that you can go to on any of these uncoverings. Any more depth, any more insights. Maybe even take a moment to reflect where some of these stories have come from. Many will likely be from doing sports in school and being picked last, or not being the fastest in the class, or not even enjoying doing physical education. Being kind to ourselves, we're just observing. Curious, did anything surprise you? Did you expect what came up? Was there anything different? Any feelings come to the surface? Sadness, anger, happiness. You can continue with these prompts over the coming days, and I highly encourage you to keep doing it. Mindset work is very much like peeling an onion, in that the more you do it, especially if it's the same prompts over and over again, you're likely to uncover, reveal some things that perhaps weren't visible the first time you did it. So I encourage you to keep going to uncover more unconscious stories. But for now, we're going to move on. Now that you know what the story is that is running in the background, whether or not you were even aware that that was what was happening, that was the thoughts that were plaguing every single run, every single time you went to lace up, whether these were at the front of your mind or not, these were playing in your head. Now, your story is going to be completely unique to you. That's why I don't need you to share it in the chat. It's your story. However, there's patterns that show up time and time again in runner stories. The details, the descriptions, the who, what, where, why, how differ, but patterns emerge. And the top three that I hear fairly regularly: not good enough. Who has ever thought or said that they're not good enough. I know I have. This could be, I'm not fast enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not athletic enough. I'm not dedicated enough. I'm not consistent enough. Enough, 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 enough. What is good enough anyway? There is no set level of this is not good enough, but once you've reached here, then it's good enough. There's not. This is a sneaky paradigm that is always going to stop us from feeling good about what we're doing and the path that we are on. The second one is the all or nothing, the perfectionism paradigm. This shows up when we go out for a run and we don't achieve what we'd hoped. This can be the same for a race or a training cycle. If we don't achieve the pace that we wanted or the distance, or we are holding ourselves to a level but not taking into account how we feel that day or the weather or any other factors that can affect our performance in that moment. Your menstrual cycle, what you've eaten, your level of hydration, there's so many things. Yet that all or nothing, that perfectionism paradigm will stop you from enjoying the journey, appreciating what you can do, and acknowledging that you are human. I hope you're human. Because being human, we aren't always going to be A plus, knocking everything out of the park. And you're setting yourself up for failure, misery, possibly burnt out and injury if you are seeing your training, seeing your working towards your goals, a race, whatever the training cycle is, if you are an all or nothing focus. The final thing is, I'll get my shit together one day. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start on Monday. I'll start next week, next month, the 1st of January. I hear it a lot from runners. Let's use this as an example. As part of my 31-31 run, 31-31 movement challenge, sorry, a couple of years ago, a runner that was part of this program told the group in confidence, in secret, that she had a dream to run a half marathon, but she didn't think she could. She wanted to make sure that she got a few more races under her belt, that she got a bit faster, that she got everything kind of lined up, ducks in a row, making sure that everything was perfect. See point two again, before going after that dream. And I cannot tell you how many dreams are washed away when we are thinking about everything needing to be lined up, and then we will start on another day. Start today, start imperfectly today. Don't wait to get your shit together. Go lace up after this call, after you've watched this recording. Lace up if that's something that you identify as. Maybe some of these sound familiar. Maybe all of them sound familiar. The truth is, you're allowed to evolve, to want new things without having to explain yourself to anyone. You don't owe anyone speed, stats, or Strava screenshots. There is a lot of judgment and comparison on social media that sucks the running joy out of things. And you can reclaim your story at any chapter, at any point. What you're holding on to can be put down and a new story held on to. I kind of almost see it as you've gone out to get your groceries and you've got arms and hands full of bags of all your groceries. Imagine those groceries are all the stories that you've told yourself over the last decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, whatever it is. Mindset work helps you put some of those bags down and pick up new ones. you can reclaim your story. That's what we're doing here. Okay, let's do a guided visualization. Because we know what your story is right now. That's the exercise that we have just done. We're going to get a feel on and bring out who we really are. We're going to spend about 6 minutes doing a visualization where you can meet your inner runner that will help shape what your story is. If you're able to and feel comfortable, I'd like you to close your eyes for this exercise. Now, if you are at a coffee shop or out in public, then it's maybe not possible for you to do that. Instead, maybe just lower your gaze and soften it. So you're not really focusing on anything, but you're focusing internally rather than externally. So get yourself comfortable, move around. If you're watching the recording, you can always pause this and maybe get a blanket and lie down on a sofa or in your cozy chair or something. Let's start by taking a big deep breath. Really feel the chest opening up. You relax your shoulders down a little bit. Get a little bit of space between your ears and your shoulders. If you like, you can put your hand on your chest. Take another big deep breath. In for 2. And hold it if you want. And then out for 2. And then either out loud or in your head, say, I am safe. I am safe. And take another big deep breath. We're just getting our nervous system settled down, especially if you're maybe feeling a little bit anxious about it. But there's nothing to be anxious about. You can put your camera off if you don't even want us to see you. Okay. Now, this exercise that we're doing, there's going to be no pressure. There's no visualization shoulds. I want you to go with how you feel, what comes up for you in your head and your heart, with the greater focus on your heart rather than your head. Imagine you're watching yourself run, not to win, not to perform, but just to be. What do you notice about your face, about your breath, about your energy? What are you carrying that nobody else sees? Remember, you're watching yourself. What are you wearing? Bring the details here. Are you wearing muted clothes or vibrant? Are they the running clothes that you currently wear, or is it something new? Something you, truly you. You're not worrying about other people's judgment. Are you wearing just your sports bra? You don't care about the roles that people might see. Are you wearing those tight leggings that you've dreamed of wearing and not worrying that people might be noticing the fact that your thighs kiss each time you move your legs? What are you saying to yourself? What words are you saying aloud or are in your head? How do you feel physically? Strong, confident, fast? Remember, this is not us comparing ourselves to other people. This is us living our true runner story. How are you carrying yourself? Your shoulders back? Is your stride confident? You got a smile on your face. Are you being guided by your watch, or are you listening to your body? No judgment here. And remember, there's no shoots. If you're guided by your watch, what are you feeling when you see the watch face, when you see the pace, when you see the distance? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? If you're listening to your body, what's your body saying? What are you feeling? What are you thinking with each step, each kilometer or mile you pass? Can you hear your breathing? Your footfall? You feel your body moving? What routes are you running? Are you running around your neighborhood? Do you drive to areas that inspire you? You go out in nature? Are you around your neighborhood with all the 1-2 story houses? Are you in a downtown area with huge high rises? Are you seeing the water? Are you seeing forests? What races and distances are you training for? Now, I'm not saying which races and distances are you able to train for, or you're at that level to train for. I'm asking you, what races are you training for? What distances are you running? What I mean here is if you are currently at the 5K mark and want to dream of running marathons, what marathons are you running? Don't let what is happening today stop you from creating your runner story. How do you feel about your training? Is it going well? Can you add in details? What do you look like? What are you believing? What are you feeling? What's your runner experiences? Who are you? Anything holding you back? Are you worried about what people are thinking of you? What about people seeing you? Real you? When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Grab your journal or the workbook and write down some key points, things that came up in your visualization that you want to keep a hold of. It's page 3 of your workbook. You want to keep this in front of our minds, so things that you want to keep fresh, write them down. See how you felt. Maybe you visualized yourself wearing some brand new, really colorful gear, and you're going to go get some. Write down anything that felt really, really good. And off the back of that, what new truths are you ready to claim? Use page 4 of your workbook, and I'll also put 2 prompts in the chat. What do I want my runner story to be? And what new truths am I ready to claim? We've got 5 minutes here. Off the back of the visualization exercise, what are you ready to be true? What is your runner story? What are you claiming to be yours? Fun. Question just came up in the chat around how to know what your new truth is. So it could well be that maybe the visualization exercise you did, that you didn't run for anyone else, that you run because you want to, or because you trust in your body, or that you're proud of the miles, the kilometers that no one sees, that you lace up and run outside because you're not going to hide on the treadmill inside anymore. You run because it makes you feel good. It's yours. It's you versus you. Don't give a fuck about what other people may think when they see you running, when they see you working to achieve your goals. All of that is just white noise. And this is another good exercise that the more you do it, the more layers, the more juicy the beliefs, the truths that you're claiming can come out. So don't feel like this is a one and done exercise. It's not a case of creating your runner story in one prompt. The new truths you're ready to claim. I love moving my body. I move my body for me. I move my body for my mental health. I wear clothes that light me up. I love, that I adore. I run distances and don't put any emphasis on the pace. Pace is just a metric. Don't really play around with it. And if you are struggling, then we can chat offline, and you can tell me what your runner story was, what came up in the visualization, and we can work on what your runner story could be. Sometimes it's easier with an outsider's perspective to see all that goodness that's there. Finish your thought, finish the sentence. As I mentioned at the beginning, mindset work, it's complex. It's not a one and done. And yeah, it's not spoken about enough in the runner world. So if this is singing to you, if you're feeling like the mindset work is a key, and you might just be opening the door to something much greater than you possibly could have ever dreamt up, then the Runner Identity Project is where we go deeper. From constantly questioning your ability to trusting your identity as a runner. Funnily named TRIP, the Runner Identity Project, is a 3-month experience where we do the running stuff. I create a personalized training plan for you. We do the fueling, the sports nutrition piece. You create a fueling strategy, so you've got the energy for your runs, but also the energy to recover. You're giving your body what it needs to recover. But TRIP ups the mindset work. We dial it up. We really focus on the stories that we're telling the stories that you're telling yourself. And we dive deeper into what those are, really picking them apart. So your body does the running, and up here, you're getting stronger and stronger and able to push aside when those thought patterns, those old thought patterns come up, so you can finish that race strong. You can achieve running goals that you perhaps never even thought you could achieve with ease. In TRIP, we go from I'm not good enough to I know exactly who I am as a runner and how to show up for myself. It is a mindset rewire. It's coaching, community, and real change that sticks, even when your motivation isn't there. You'll go from questioning whether you belong to knowing that you do, on the pavement, on race day, and in your own damn story. From falling off the training plan every few weeks to knowing exactly how to pick yourself up with self-trust instead of judgment. From trying to earn the title runner to finally owning it. Whether you are brand new to running or have been running many years, many decades, TRIP can help you untrip. The runners who join TRIP, they're not chasing podiums. They're middle to back of the pack runners. They're chasing peace and joy and the identity that running is part of their life. And I can help them find it in their own pace, in their own body, their own world. Doors are opening soon. So if this resonates with you, or you're curious to find out a little bit more, then join the waitlist. Being on the waitlist gives you first dibs of the limited availability, plus you get early bird pricing and a couple of juicy bonuses only for that early crew. I'll drop the link in the chat now, or feel free to email me after this call or after you've watched the recording. No pressure. It's just an open door for you to step through if it feels right for you. Okay, let's bring it back. That version of you, the one that you just met in that visualization, they are real. That vision wouldn't have been there if it wasn't in your heart already. You didn't just make it up, It's there. It is you. And the next step is learning how to show up for them over and over again, no matter what the pace says, or how long it's been, or how loud your brain gets, or how many times you go around the same mental loop. Bringing it back. Okay. Okay, you ready for another exercise? Let's finish this one. And then we'll open the floor up for questions. Grab your journal once more, or page 5 of your workbook. You're going to write a letter from your future self to your present self. So the future self already believes, they've already been doing the work, they've already shifted their runner story. They're now writing to you to tell you what it's like. It's so, so good. So imagine yourself as 3 months from now. You've been shown up with more compassion and with a much more committed mindset. What would that version of you, the future one, say to your present self? What words of wisdom, what golden nuggets, what would they reassure you about? What would they highlight could be a bump in the road? What have they achieved in 3 months? How are they feeling? How much of that visualization has come true because that future self dedicated time to turning those visions into reality? So before you get started, this exercise is slightly different to the others. In the others, I was like, right, go, get it done, don't overthink it. This one, you can take your time and have a moment to think about it. What would your future self say to you? Write the letter. And then I want you to finish it with love, your runner self. I'm going to give you 5 minutes on this one. Again, if you struggle to think of what to write, then maybe imagine yourself. So we're currently filming this in June, so it would be July, let's say September time. In 3 months, you could have gone from 0 to 5K or 5K to 10K, or made a dent in a half marathon or a marathon training cycle. Right from where you are at in that cycle. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? How much of that visualization has come true already? Yeah, I'll put the prompt in the chat. One tip I would encourage you to not include things like faces. Don't be saying, oh, you'll have, in 3 months, you'll have gone from running an 8-minute kilometer to a 5:30. Focus more on feelings. and how you show up, what thought patterns there are. Things to an extent that we can control, that we can be aware of. It doesn't have to be all sunshine and roses. Maybe your future self is telling you that you really are dialed in to listening to your body, that you no longer that all or nothing, that you honor and recognize when your body does need a break, that you don't run when you have an endometriosis flare up, because that is not what supports you in the moment, and instead you do some stretching or yoga and celebrate what you can do. Things like you run 4 times a week, you're super committed, and yeah, maybe that is what your future self is telling you. That we're leading with compassion, and it's not that all or nothing approach. Finish up sentence you're working on. Forget to sign it off with love for your honor self. A fun little extra for this. I would highly encourage you to type this out in your emails and schedule it to be sent to yourself in 3 months' time. So that would be the 9th of July, August, September. The 9th of September, have this letter emailed to come to you. It'll be really fun to see where you are based off of where you think you'll be at, what your vision was, how you showed up. Now, I certainly do that fairly regularly from a personal perspective, a business perspective, and that as a human that moves their body, that runs, that has goals, that has dreams. I have many emails that come to myself throughout months. And again, this is something that you can keep coming back to, whether you wait until the 9th of September and then do another one to see where you're going to be in 3 or 6 months' time, or maybe after this workshop, maybe you read what you've written and you want to make some tweaks with a caveat. There's no judgment, there's no shoulds, there's no tweaking to make it sound better, right from the heart. And don't let your brain should you or say that's not enough or whatever. So there we have it. We explored what our current story is, our current runner story, those paradigms, those loops, the things that we say to ourselves about our running ability, about who we are as runners. We explored a vision of who we truly are and what new beliefs and claims that we are owning. And then we created this future you letter where we are giving ourselves support and guidance, confidence from the future. How does that feel? Good, bad, ugly? Put it in the chat how you're feeling after we've done those exercises. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh my gosh, I love this. And like I said, this is just a tiny, tiny piece of mindset work. There's so many more layers of that onion to peel back. So if you're interested in Trip, then definitely get yourself on the wait list so you are the first to find out about or first to get in when the doors open, but just to find out what the program entails. But also, if that's not for you at this stage of your running journey, that's okay. I would, though, highly encourage you to redo some of these prompts, redo all of the prompts. And I do plan on doing a lot more mindset workshops in the coming weeks and months. So even if coaching is not for you and you don't want to be part of the Runner Identity Project, then I highly encourage you to sign up to the free workshops and webinars and continue to work on your mindset. I was talking to a runner today about marathon training and how anybody can train for a marathon. And you know, what was the phrasing that he used? It was about, yeah, your body can run a marathon. Obviously, once you've trained for it, your body can do the marathon. It's one foot in front of the other. But the hardest part of a marathon is the 6 inches in your head, in your brain. It is so much more mindset work when it comes to running longer distances, or even for running shorter distances and racing them, running them fast. Our bodies, our legs, our heart, our lungs, they can do the running thing. It's what happens up here, the stories that we're telling ourselves about how difficult it is, or how we can't do this, or we keep sabotaging ourselves because of what is up here. If we just got out of our own way, so much better. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording just for anonymity. So you can ask any questions that you have, either related to what we talked about here, or if you're interested to know anything more about the Runner Identity Project.